All right, we're back for another week on the DSP, an artist that has checked in multiple times on this show and has been dropping amazing music for the last couple of years. His name Gene. He is out of Sydney. We played that Mango track. We ran it all the end of last year. Mate, how you doing, bro? What's been happening?
Yo, what's going on, man? Just staying busy, just doing the best I can at the moment, just releasing as much as I can. Really excited for these upcoming songs, man.
A lot's, I guess, happened since September 11 when you dropped Mango.
Yeah,
We've had, isolation. We've had coronavirus. It's started to get a little bit, especially in Australia, a little bit easier for us and compared to the rest of the world. Have you felt like you have picked up where you left off before we kind of had this, shutdown?
yeah, for sure. I'm straight back on it, man. I've taken a bit of time off since Mango, just going back and forth with different labels and different, business people. But it seems like everything is, flatlining a bit now, getting a bit more comfortable. So now it should be just consistently releasing. So keen for that.
Yeah.
Do my best.
How is that for you though? Because 7 months between two songs is tough for an artist because your creativity and seeing the reactions of your fans and your friends and the people that really want that music. Is it tough for you to kind of sit back and not be able to drop something for that long?
Yeah, 100%. So it can give the look that you're falling off, you're not working, but in reality, I've definitely been working, and I've got a lot of songs to come. It's just that I've been back and forth with discussing with labels and things like that, and been held off for quite a while. But this next one is fully independent, and as you know, I've got a big feature coming up after this. So I've just realized that you can do it independently. Everything I've done so far has been independent, and I've made a role. So I just got to keep that going and really believe in myself. So you get into the mindset sometimes that you want to save these songs for a big major push or something like that. But you just got to have the confidence that you're a dope artist and you'll be able to keep making dope music. So don't be worried about trying to, save all your good eggs, right? You just got to have confidence in yourself.
I'm glad you mentioned, the independent side because, a lot of artists talk about being independent and they throw it out there and it's an interesting thing because, for artists being independent, and I want you to give me the backstory for you and how you feel about it.
Yeah.
It is a grind being independent. Everyone wants to be signed because when you get signed, you have this absolute monster behind you that helps you to promote, to market, to get in the right hands. For an artist trying to be a global sound and really break out, what does independent, really mean, bro?
You have to literally wear so many hats. You got to be the artist, you got to be your own marketing manager, you got to be the one that's hustling this radio station, this person that has this connect. You got to be everywhere, and it takes a lot of time, and it does put a dent in the time you have to be creative. I'm not gonna lie, because you're delegating your time to do the other things, which, to be honest, in this day and age with all the music that's coming out, the tension is the arbitrage. So it's 70% of it is marketing, so you got to focus on that. You just got to really be just completely business minded, and you just got to do what you can with what you have, and just really put the grind in, and as I said, wear all the hats.
It's a good point that you make about being an artist and wearing the hats, and then also still trying to find the creativity in you because, as much as you would love to just jump in the studio every day and that's all you do, it's at this stage you keep working. And I think that for you and I've been watching you and been chatting. We keep up all the time on what you're kind of doing over the last couple of years. I feel like you've really gotten a clue of who you are, what you want to do, the sound of your music. And it's been great to watch. And this song that you've just dropped now, just on Friday, Dreamers, which is produced by Grammy nominated Chef Jay as well.
That's right.
It's your first track for 2021. You know, was it always going to be the first track for 2021? Have you been sitting on it?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I actually had different tracks planned with the lineup, but as I said, going back and forth with labels, it didn't. Things have been flipped upside down, and with the feature that I have coming after this, it made sense to drop this first, just because of the soundscape that it sits in. But I wrote this song kind of just after Mango came out, actually, and it came really quickly. It's one of those songs that it kind of like just came out, and all the melodies and lyrics came quickly, which you love when that happens, because it's like you cherish those moments, and you try and like, sometimes you get into blocks where like weeks where it's like that, and then there'll be weeks where like there's not much that comes out. But when you're in that creative zone and when you have something to say a lot of the times, and it kind of comes out really quickly.
Yeah, well, that's the best type of music. And that's usually, it's not always. Sometimes I speak to artists that have really struggled through with a song.
Yeah, for sure.
And it turns out to be something beautiful. But I think, obviously as an artist, when it just kind of drops out and it really presents itself, is such a beautiful thing. And, you touch on in this track, the theme of, the tall poppy syndrome, which it seems to be this really common thing that I've been speaking with artists. Spoke to Tia Gostello a couple of weeks ago, and she was talking about this tall poppy syndrome. And then I was also talking with Jess Wah just recently last week.
Yeah.
What is it, and I guess, how does it feel, as an artist, trying to make it and grow, to really be pulled down by sometimes the people that you think support you and love you? Exactly.
Yeah, man. You really got to have tough skin for it, man. Like sometimes, as you said, it comes from some of the people that are closest to you. And at this particular song, it was a time where a lot of negativity was thrown my way. I had like people that I used to be close to trying to like tarnish my name in the industry, things like that. You just approach it from a point of empathy. That's why the lyric "Dreamers versus Broken Hearts," like at the end of the hook, the dreamers part of it represents, like, I see like a lot of the time society is like split into two. There'd be like the people that are really positive and optimistic and try and help others and things like that, and then you get the other side where it's like then people that anything that happens, they'll try to find the negative things to say about it. And I've been aware of that recently, and that's the dreamers part, and then the broken hearts part is that side of society. And why I put the lyric "broken hearts" is because a lot of the times it's you just got to feel sorry for people like that, because it comes from a place of they're just hurt people. So they're just got something that's like going on inside them, and they're just trying to put negativity on others. So
and that's my experience. Well, I think you get it through everything. It's not only the music industry, it's life in general. And it's usually the people who are the I guess least confident in themselves that come back with that kind of thing. For you, I guess singing about it, writing about it, putting it down on a track, does it help you let go of any type of feeling a little bit more, or does it kind of just put it there for you to always listen to?
It kind of puts me there, puts it there as a reminder of like what's always going to be. Like it's not going to change as much as you'd like it to, and you try and motivate people to be the positive and supporting people. It's always going to be like that. And the lyric in there is the main lyric is like, "Put them in a casket underground and I'm leaving." Means like those people, you should just like put a blindfold. They're dead to you. Like just keep tunnel visioned, and pretty much it says, "Dead in my eyes, cold, you're not breathing." That's a lyric, but
Like it's realistically, it's what you get told when you're a kid, you know, at school. You know, your parents just kind of give you that, like, don't listen to those kids, keep
Yeah,
moving. And, you know, those are the ones that are trying to pull you down because they wish they were you, or they wish they had
that's
something
it.
that you are perceiving. But it takes you so long in your life to really get to a place where you can actually go like, ah, yeah, those
It's
people
true.
are hurt.
Yeah. My thing is like a lot of the times there's just so much negativity already out there in the world, and unless you, I mean, constructive criticism and like guidance and stuff is always welcome. But they're just some people you just not even like to do with me. It can be to anything where you just hear and talk about other people, and it just like it gives me bad vibes. I don't like it.
No bad vibes, bro.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. You cut them out.
Cut out the bad vibes. I don't let bad vibes on the DSP. That's for sure. The music video for this, you know what I mean? Where was the vision behind it? Because there's no bad vibes in that. It's a really picturesque and emotive piece of art that you've created for the song. You know, what was the mentality, the thought process behind it?
So we really wanted to have like cool just as you said, scenic visuals. And me and my mate, me and mate and another mate who had the drone and stuff, we went to the city. And to be honest, we kind of just freestyled the video, but it turned out perfect, like the perfect sunset. We found a rooftop car park, jumped the fence, like flew the drone. Like we just
didn't get arrested.
Did some
Good
illegal
job.
stuff, but you know, it turned out lit. But
so you can get away with that stuff when you're independent. Once you start labeled, they're like, yo, don't be doing nothing illegal because it's going to come back on us.
That's right, bro. I got no one to answer to. We just found some good locations, and it just turned out that the outfits I chose to wear worked out perfectly with the locations we went to. And it just pieced together so nicely. I don't know how.
Like you said, the music, the song came out easy. Sometimes you get lucky when you're doing the music video and you're shooting and everything congruently works and you don't feel like it's, you know, too pieced together. And I don't feel like this does. And I feel like it really works well with the lyrics and with the sound behind it. You mentioned a couple of times already, you know, about this next track and the feature that will be on it. You know, I've heard the track and I'm really excited for it. For what you can say, you know, what is this next track for you, and you know, for where you want to go in your career? Yeah,
this next track is with it's an international feature, and it's someone that's you know, really in the scene at the moment, like globally, with some really big features on his last album that he dropped. So it's really exciting for me as an independent artist from Sydney, especially independent without having someone to get me this specifically, to be able to bring this to the world and show that like it's possible, and from Sydney to do that. I'm really excited because this artist has a really dope sound and really unique as well. And our voices worked really well together. It's actually a track that before I went to LA last year, and it's a track that I wrote and produced and with Open Till Late. I wrote it in mind to have this artist on it, and it just never happened. But then a year later, it happened. So
how does that feel? You know what I mean? Because like to kind of put it into the universe and into the world and write something for a specific artist, especially someone of that caliber, to now have seen that through and have, you know, it's not a finished product yet, but it will be very soon.
Yeah, it's crazy because like I made it and I was like, damn, it'd be dope if this person jumped on it, and would like just navigated through 2020 and everything led to it eventually happening. So I don't know, the world just works weird sometimes.
I'm excited, you know, one, for this track to go crazy with it on the show, and then for two, for that one coming up, you know, in the near future, whenever that is you dropped. You got asked on IG Live or on IG today, you know, who you would want to have coffee with, dead or alive, and you said Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, the Irish fighter.
Wouldn't that be perfect?
Why Conor McGregor?
Just as a legend, just so charismatic. Like the guy is he's not just a fighter. He's just a full entertainer. It'd just be so interesting to just hang around and just get a perspective on life. Like I actually watched his documentary. I think it got taken down from Netflix, but his story is just absolutely crazy. The amount of confidence the guy had from the start, from training in just a backyard gym, and they were recording him the whole way, and the whole time he was saying exactly what he was going to achieve, and then he achieved it. Like his story is just insane.
You should get him. You get him on the marketing team. He's a marketing genius, that dude.
Exactly.
I met him when I worked at TMZ like 5-6 years ago when he first came in on the scene. And just like you said, he knew what he was doing. He was so ahead of it. And everyone was like, this guy is an arrogant motherfucker. But, bro, you got to take your hat off to him.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's just, I'd love to meet him.
If Conor McGregor is listening, mate, we're going to need... Hey, bro, you know what? I wouldn't put it past the guy.
Yeah, no, he'd probably give it a go, to be honest.
Well, man, I appreciate you giving me this track to listen to early so I can make sure that we play it on the DSP. It's out everywhere now. Dreamers by Gene. And, bro, just continue on this trajectory and making, emotive music that I think is moving the culture and really lifting the Australian name globally.
Appreciate it, bro. It's always a pleasure being on here. And, hopefully this song really, the message gets across and people can really be inspired by it.